The character of Rene Vidal is one of the main contrasts between Irma Vep the movie and Irma Vep the HBO limited series, which is a little strange considering Rene is the only character, aside from the costumer Zoe, whose name is shared by both works. Rene is portrayed in the film by French New Wave icon Jean-Pierre Laude, whose listlessness as the movie's director serves as a commentary on France's aging old guard and its feeble attempt to invoke the past in order to claim its own relevance. However, Rene serves as a stand-in for Olivier Assayas in the television series Irma Vep, who may be beginning to experience the same self-doubt that Rene did in the film due to his advanced age. Assayas had the cachet to persuade one of the most gorgeous stars in the world, Maggie Cheung, to portray herself in his second film in 1996 thanks to the success of his excellent debut feature, Cold Water, which he had made in 1994. Afterwards, to get married to him. Even though Assayas is now almost 25 years older, his reputation hasn't decreased in the slightest. His ex-girlfriend is Mia Hansen-Levy, a talented filmmaker in her own right whose most recent film, Bergman Island, starring Vicky Krieps and Tim Roth, provided a meta-commentary on their relationship. After the Twilight trilogy, he gave Kristen Stewart roles in Clouds of Sils Maria and Personal Shopper that improved her standing as a serious actor. Perhaps his mocking portrayal of Rene in this series is an act of pretended modesty, a deft way of showing the audience that he understands how absurd it is for him to revisit Irma Vep through the medium of a niche TV show, or, rather, an 8-hour movie broken up into hour-long episodes. Irma Vep has a particular lightness to it that suggests Assayas may not be treating it with the same seriousness as he would another project. However, The Poisoner, a great episode, explores a crucial query for any artist: why are we doing this? The expectation that this temperamental director would be dissatisfied with Mira's performance or have some crucial insight into her character that he needs to share with her is set when Rene asks Mira over to his flat for an early morning meeting before her call time in the money scene. However, that is not the topic of this gathering. Even worse than that, actually. It immediately brings to mind the horror of Harvey Weinstein holding meetings with young actresses in his hotel room when Rene opens the door in his pajamas, but in this instance, it's worrisome for other reasons. Simply said, Rene lacks the motivation to get dressed. The previous night, he had a dream in which Jade, his Maggie Cheung, appeared in his apartment as a ghost and talked about their odd failed relationship. Additionally, he awoke with the impression that doing a second Irma Vep would be worthless. Mira, to her credit, won't let it happen. Although she is battling her own artistic and romantic insecurities, she is compassed enough to understand that the performance must go on. The original Les Vampires is no masterpiece, Mira asserts, correctly, and Louis Feuillade isn't on par with greats like Carl Dreyer or Fritz Lang. As Rene worries about taking on the work of a director like Louis Feuillade, Mira dismisses the concern. If he continues, Mira completely cuts him off, telling him that he is being self-indulgent and that the first step to getting over it is to stop whimpering. Beyond admitting his shortcomings, he is actually telling her that she is the only one who can save the project. He says, "You can save it." She can only shrug in response and say, "Well, I have to. This is all we currently have." He should at the very least consider getting dressed and getting on the set. But who could blame Rene for feeling so hopeless? The support of Gaultier, who wants Mira to be the face of a new perfume brand called Dreamscape, is a significant factor in why this film is being filmed. Mira and her agent Zelda interpret the set visit by the head of Gaultier as a desperate attempt to persuade Mira to join the campaign, which will include a photo shoot and numerous public appearances. He makes love to Mira while also criticizing Rene. Because that market is significant, he is frustrated that he was unable to acquire the Asian actress he had promised to cast. And he writes off the entire project as being unimportant in and of itself. He claims, "I've been informed our viewers won't find it binge-worthy." It is clear that Gaultier is backing an Irma Vep series, primarily in order to strengthen his company's ties to Mira. It makes sense that Rene seeks to place the burden of its outcome on her. Mira is also feeling incredibly lost, though she tends to keep it to herself. Her desire for independence, anonymity, and doing the unexpected is what led her to don the catsuit and prowl around the hotel. Her agreement with Gaultier appears to be a low-commitment concession to getting her own agent off her back because Zelda constantly pressuring her to take a role in a Silver Surfer revival that she has repeatedly said she doesn't want. She flirts with Zoe and rides a scooter back to her hotel, but she doesn't engage in the sexual encounter that Zoe is anticipating. She ultimately saves that for Eamon, who shows up in the middle of the night with the bad news that his singer girlfriend had a miscarriage. This catastrophe provides Mira and Eamon with the opportunity to reconnect, if only for a single night. Due to commitments to projects, two performers who were once lovers are stuck in Paris and unable to leave because the show must go on. Their rekindled intimacy is comfortable and enticing in the midst of uncertainty. And quite probably a new catastrophe for them both. Rene's admirably persistent desire to make his set as perilous as possible is demonstrated by his demand that a crane shot in the party scene just misses the tops of the extras' heads. In this episode, Thurston Moore's score for Irma Vep makes a strong statement with a distinctly offbeat effect. Though you might anticipate him to play buzzy guitar ambience, the music has a more subtly unnerving impact on the show within the show, as if to further disrupt the scene's rhythm. It has a purposeful off-putting quality. On screen and off, Edmund's inferiority problem is still raging. He complains to Rene that the discovery of a crucial piece of evidence by another character diminishes his character, and he then questions why Mira and the recently arrived Hong Kong actress both receive personal assistance but not him. Do you consider me to be a loser?